So, the Garden State, tomatoes, corn, crops, cows. That's what makes New Jersey the Garden State. Now imagine the garden gone. It's a very real possibility nowadays. Climate change is affecting the globe all over the world. Now, why should you listen to speech about climate change? One reason: money. Green New Deal will greatly impact the amount of money you bring in every single day. Now, don't believe me? Ask Lisa Freeman. She has done extensive research on climate change all over the globe. She has done an article which I will use in this speech, and it will discuss the Green New Deal. Right? So first, I'm going to tell you what it is. Second, I'm going to tell you why people like it. And then finally, I'm going to tell you why people hate it. So, what is the Green New Deal? The Green New Deal is a bill proposed by the Democratic Party to help combat climate change. Their goal is to get zero emissions in the atmosphere in the next 30 years, as well as reducing the carbon footprint of the globe greatly. Now, who supports it? Like I said, the Democrats. Two biggest supporters: Bernie Sanders. He is the one, along with Ms. Cortez. They are strongly in favor of the climate deal, as they are looking to get that in relatively soon. Now, who opposes it? The Republicans, especially Mr. President Trump, who says the new Green Deal is an attack on our liberties and freedoms as Americans. Now, why do people like it? Why are they saying it's good? So, according to Sal Rizzo, his article, what's actually in the new Green Deal? Zero emissions, right? They want to eliminate all this bad energy from the atmosphere, right? So cars, planes, all that gas, gone. What else do they want to get rid of? The carbon footprint, right? Because as carbon goes in the atmosphere, it heats the globe, causing the glaciers to melt. Not very good. So that is why, two big reasons why they look to get rid of it is as the globe heats, obviously glaciers melt, sea levels rise. It's a problem that not just faces America, but all of us, which leads me to my final point, the greater good. Climate change doesn't just affect America, it affects the entire globe. China, India, Russia, England. It affects everybody. Now, who's against it? Why are people against it? I'll tell you why. According to Douglas Holtz, it could cost up to $100 trillion, quoted by an article from Lee from The Hill. Now, he says it could cost up to that because it could cost $120 trillion or $80 trillion. Nobody truly knows how much this deal is going to cost, right? Now, just an example. You have Jesus Christ there, born in 1 AD. If he made $1 million every single day, he would only have $737 billion. Not even 1% of what this deal could cost. It's not great. Now, why else do people oppose this? Inflation. Just as they don't know how much it's going to cost, they don't know how they're going to pay for it, could cause massive inflation, right? Could be zero inflation, could be 20% inflation, just don't know. Finally, it is not a capitalist idea, which Republicans argue is what this country was built upon. Okay. Lastly, planes and cars. They obviously give off some of the gas that harms the environment. Now, cars, there is a Tesla's electronic cars that is reasonable. However, right, planes, it'll be pretty tough to eliminate planes. At the moment, there seems to be no possible solution to eliminate the planes. So that's another reason why Republicans oppose it, because it could severely limit travel to places like London, China, Tokyo, etc. Right, so coming back to it, Green New Deal. Bill proposed by the Democrats to help combat climate change, which obviously is a problem. Nobody's denying that climate change is a problem. However, they are arguing how is the best way to combat that, in which Republicans feel this is not the best way. So we're going to bring it home here. Right? So we went over what it is, why Democrats don't like it, why Democrats like it, why Republicans don't like it. We're going to bring it back. Garden State. I can't imagine New Jersey without the garden in it, but it's looking like a very real possibility. And although this may or may not be the solution, It is one on the table right now that's currently being debated all across America.